Hey, it's 6 AM and two friends are going to do the 3 peaks to raise £500 for Marie Curie. It's the first time we've done an event of this type, isn't it, Captain?
Aye.
So we're going to find out what happens. The route's plotted in, 24 miles in 12 hours. Let's see what happens. So the weather forecast is okay in the morning, as you can see, getting worse as the day goes on. And we're going to see what happens. And the nice thing is we do have maps and everything on Garmin, but we're just going to follow the next bunch of walkers on the route, so we shouldn't get lost. I think what's key at the start, we'll see how I feel at the end, we're trying to set a comfortable pace, something we can stick to. Obviously that changes on an incline, of which there'll be plenty. How are you feeling?
Alright.
Good. Let's see how you're feeling in
10 hours
10 hours. Pen-y-ghent, here we go.
I dare say I won't be feeling much.
We've laid in stone paths, steps. It's not easy going, but it's easier than slipping and sliding. And while you're just having a minute to laugh at us, you can check out the scenery behind us. Fantastic. Clouds going off that fell over there. Quarry's busy away and the cloud is just clearing. Well done, Captain. There we go. That's all right. Well, I think the terrain's going to change after the summit. So you're feeling alright then? Yes, that's age. So what pain relief have you got with you? Excellent. And would you believe it?
Here we are.
Here we are, the summit. We'll be going an hour and 20 minutes, I think the gentleman said.
And it's only 7 o'clock.
And it's only 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
There you go, hour and 20 minutes. Part 1 complete, 2/3 to go. Pen-y-ghent, pain, despair and rain ahead of us, but always with a smile. So like the captain was saying to me, we're just trying to find a pace early on. We know that Pen-y-ghent coming up from Horton, really quite steep at that, but wasn't it, Captain?
It's a little steep. Yeah.
Little on the steep side, but finding our pace. The nice thing is about not being at the front, we tend to follow everybody. Now if you look just ahead of those limestone cliffs there, Captain, people are winding along. We go back into the valley and we go over the moors. So
Got a nice section here, haven't we?
yeah, so that's a winding, rolling section. So we've had the screaming, exploding knees part. Good so far. I'm not going to start counting and dictating how many miles we have to go, because that's just going to...
No, I'm not looking at it.
No, I'm not going to look at it either. Morning!
Hiya.
And the little conga of people continues into the distance, and over that little hill there you go. Captain, there's a bit more exertion coming up, but we'll get there. So, according to the captain's charts, we're probably about, what, 6 miles in now? So, about quarter-ish. And we're looking at just about 3 hours, so doing the maths for that, we made up a bit of time on the flatter ground. It should take a full 12 hours. I don't think it will, but we'll see. So people catching us up. I'm not sure where we are in the pack. I think we're somewhere in the middle, aren't we?
I think so.
Don't think it really matters. Yeah. Plodding along, get out of these marshes, away from all these midges. How are you feeling, Captain?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Good. Looking forward to a sausage roll and a cup of tea soon, aren't we? Getting into a bit of a quandary there, thinking we come the wrong route. But it's in my Garmin, it's on my OS map, and just hovering into view is the Marie Curie, hooray, checkpoint, where we're going to get snacks. And take 5, Captain. Yeah, how's those plates of yours?
Plates of meat.
Plates of meat.
Plates of meat.
Plates of meat. All right, Governor.
All right.
All right. You been up the apples and pears, have you?
My hips is squeaking a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, is that what's squeaking? It's my knees. All right. Let's go and get tea and medals. Well, tea so far. The medals are later. No, medal. Yeah. Well, as we leave the burger van and some of our walking compadres behind have a spot on, which the captain and I have come across the 8th wonder of the world. Well, it certainly looks like it. Ribblehead Viaduct. Fantastic. Part of the Settle Carlisle line. What do you think, Captain?
It's amazing.
It is, isn't it? We'll take a railway across the Pennines. 4.5 miles to Whernside. And it's just nice to see this awesome viaduct here as we trundle along. Little conga of people carrying on up the fell. Fantastic. And more good news to report. Taking paracetamol for the middle-aged viewers every 4 hours has really done the job. So we can carry on, get our medal and raise our £500. There you go, Captain. Pen-y-ghent, where we came from. Making good progress on our patio flags. Whernside's coming into view, that'll be peak 2 of 3. And we're making good progress. Bit of a breeze picking up, keep us nice and cool. The captain's after me. How you doing, Captain?
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. And then, like we said at the summit, tea and sausage rolls, and it'll be a nice view and a sit down, because I think we'll have earned it. So, boggy, a bit like the Peak District, but similar to the Peak District, we've got these laid for us. It's epic. And as we go along, Pen-y-ghent just starts to disappear into the distance towards the horizon. We've walked from there, right? That one. We've done well. We've done well. Yeah, Pen-y-ghent has come and went. You can't see it now. All the Gore-Tex. So, you can just see over the captain's shoulder there, a bit of the valley, and we're disappearing, well, into the cloud, aren't we?
We are.
This is the, this is probably a bit higher than Pen-y-ghent.
Yeah.
But if you look ahead, you can see everyone's just starting to disappear into the rain cloud. Right, there we are, Whernside, fell 2 of 3. So we're about 24k in. The weather's closed in, but we're still all smiles, aren't we, Captain?
Indeed.
Things are looking great, nobody's dropped out. Let's see what the next fell brings. So, like we said, from Whernside, going to drop back down. As you can see, the weather's closed in. And the next destination, I think, Captain, it's Ingleborough, which isn't too far from the finishing line. So, more of the same. To be fair, we're actually enjoying ourselves. I know there's a time limit, but when it comes to terrain, we've actually done much harder in the past, and maybe that sort of practice, as it were, yeah, it's paid off, hasn't it? Yeah. You're nice and dry in your new coat, I'm nice and dry in my coat. We just keep going. Look at that. So a big conga of people coming off Whernside now. I think the distance, terrain underfoot and weather certainly starting to take the toll on folks, but everyone's doing grand. I think we've only had 2 dropouts so far, haven't we, Captain, that we know of, and we're going to continue, because I believe after a little sojourn through the valley, our final destination, Ingleborough, awaits us, and then victory. Really beautiful place, even with the unseasonable weather. Awesome. About, I think, 26k in. We're looking at about the final 7 and a bit miles. We've just got Ingleborough in our sights, so you'll see that in a minute. So coming down of Whernside, the big conga of people, it's coming to be a nice little valley, a few sheep pottering about, and a bit of the old forestry. And it's been, I've got to say, for a Ribblehead viaduct, I've got to say, just over the captain's shoulder there, and considering it's got to be a time limited event and we have to do so many miles so time, so it is like it's almost not a route march, but there's an expectation of things. It's been pretty good. As you can see, there's a few of our fundraising colleagues still pottering along, and they come back in dribs and drabs behind us. Everyone's doing a good job and keen to finish. And next on the horizon is that in the rain, mist and the wind, Ingleborough. It's been a nice change, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Enjoyed more nature as well.
Yeah, there's a lot more wildlife here than obviously we're going to get on some of the rocky barren slopes of some of the Cumbria Mountains. Just the way it is, it's been quite nice. There's all kinds of stuff, birds tweeting along and stuff. I think it's very far to the summit now. Nearly there. Just got to reach the trig point now and back to the guide and off the fell. It's pretty bleak and this is June. Oh, yeah. Saturday the 15th of June, just about to reach the last trig point to tick off the last summit on the Yorkshire 3 Peaks. Just starting to clear on the summit, find the trig point, back to the guide and back off the fell. Awesome. There we go, Ingleborough, 3rd peak out of 3, that's it, we've checked in with Marie Curie, back to the valley. Thanks for joining us, let's get out of the rain. Captain's got his kecks on, time to set sail. Warden reckons 2 hours back into the valley, we'll see what happens. See you later. There we go, this is an improvement. Clouds clearing a bit, there's the way down to Horton. Captain and I are in the lee of the fell, so we've got no wind in our face. We've ticked off the final fell and all we've got to do now is get down in one piece. Well done, Captain. We're getting there. Soon be tasting fish and chips in the Leicester Arms, where we started this morning on our way at 6 AM. This Pen-y-ghent that's now completely enveloped in clouds. So weather continues to deteriorate, Captain. But we're doing grand, and I think the end is certainly metaphorically in sight, if not actually. So, home straight, we can use phrases like that, can't we? Well, there you go, Captain. You alright, lovey? Oh, heck. Oh. 1 mile. Believe it when I see it. Well, just as we come through the last kissing gate, we come over the brow of the hill, and there we are. Here's the car park where the captain tied up his galleon, Pen-y-ghent, where we set off this morning. Let's get down to the community centre and get those medals and tea and medals. Finally. So captain, just before we cross the finishing line and get our medal, what's your thoughts?
Awesome day.
It is, it's been character building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I must say though, the weather has been
Shit, as usual.
it's been an extra dimension that's really messes about, burning lots of calories. Yeah, I'm starting to dry out now, but for June, I mean, we're always, you know, always look on the bright side of life. But I've got to say the weather today has been absolutely really terrible. Like I said, it's June. Here we are in Horton, and I can see the Marie Curie signs, and here's the lane where we set out, and there's a little road sign where I filmed this morning, the church we walked along. So finally here we are. Here's where we get our medal. Well done, captain.
Well done, mate.
High five. Let's go in and stop walking. 11 hours. It's now 5 PM. We set off at 6, and here we are. Yay! We did it. Tea and medals. Well done.
That feels good.
We can stop walking. So thanks. So now, thanks for joining us. We're gonna have a sticky bun. Put yours on, captain. There you go, put it on. Oh, thanks for joining us, and now back to the studio.